Hi everyone, I'm Darianne Galden. On this installment of Popcorn and PJs, we're getting ready for the RKO 1935 Western romance, Annie Oakley, starring Barbara Stanwyck, Melvin Douglas, and Preston Stevens. Now, under contract over at Warner Brothers at the time, Barbara Stanwyck was making lots of movies, and many with good friends, including Frank Capra, who helped launch her star. But during her time there, she had become increasingly frustrated with the types of roles the studio was giving her. And so during a conversation with Zeppo Marx, he had mentioned that the part of Annie Oakley, which was originally offered to Jean Arthur, she had turned it down. And that gave the idea to Stanwyck to go after it. So with Zeppo's help, he negotiated for her to get $7,000 a week for the picture with a 4-week guarantee. So that makes Annie Oakley Barbara Stanwyck's first movie over at RKO. As a result, she got rid of her agent, and then she ended up signing with Zeppo and Walter Kane, becoming a freelance actor, leaving the studio system and what others called safety and security behind. Now, let me just repeat, she became a freelance actor in 1935. Now, I found this super interesting because many attribute and think of Bette Davis as being the first actor to break away from the studio system and start that kind of trend snowballing. Well, yes, Bette Davis and Warner Brothers did have a massive lawsuit as a result of her breach of contract, but that wasn't until 1944, long after Stanwyck broke away. Now, thanks to recent books, and one specifically entitled Independent Stardom, Freelance Women in the Hollywood Studio System by Emily Carmen, we really get to dive into the studio system and shine that light on the women who broke out of the studio long before Davis. Now, some of those women highlighted in that book include Miriam Hopkins, Carol Lombard, Irene Dunn, and of course, Barbara Stanwyck. So in addition to this newfound freedom that she had in her career, Stanwyck also found a sense of kinship with Annie Oakley because they both were self-made orphans. And one thing that Stanwyck was really known for was her belief that hard work with the prospect of rich reward was the American way. And so while Stanwyck had to learn how to handle a gun for this picture, she certainly was fit to ride in the real Annie Oakley saddle, which is the saddle she's using in the movie, so be sure you look for that. The silver-mounted and hand-carved leather saddle that she's using really was Annie Oakley's saddle that the real Annie Oakley used for 14 years as part of the Buffalo Bill shows. The saddle was actually lent to Stanwyck by the daughter of Fred Stone, who was a lifelong friend of Annie Oakley. So keep your eye out for that. Okay, be sure to check your local Movies TV network listing. Just tune in or set your DVR as Annie Oakley plays multiple times throughout the month. Enjoy. I am your sofa movie watching buddy, Darianne. Thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, remember to keep an eye out for those details that will start conversations, keep the popcorn popping, and keep films alive. Because movies are best enjoyed comfy. Bye!